Hi everyone. Well, here we are in the Sphinx Valley Temple, or the Osiris as I like to call it, of Giza. And I thought I'd just take this rare opportunity because it's empty. It's beautiful. There's no tourists. There's a few, but they're kind of hiding, as you can see. We've got the whole place to ourselves. There's a few voices here and there echoing around. It's a beautiful moment just to take it in, really. There's Maria. There you go. That's the central. You can see where the windows, as we've discussed before, sort of came in, but we can see how high the walls were originally, and then we've got the inner casing of granite, and it would have had its outer casing. So hypothetically then there could have been another level above this which could have been used as an observation station for the rising of the Sirius. Quite possibly. This is beautiful. So quiet. Sorry about the window. But again, we can take time to look at the different configuration of the blockwork and the way it juxtaposes each other. There's no symmetry. No symmetry involved at all with this blockwork, except for the pillars, which are solid granite, all the way from Ras 1, as are the walls, interior and exterior. Right, okay, let's go on up to the Sphinx. Hi everybody. Right, well, as we've said before, up at the Great Pyramid, I wanted to discuss with you today about the Sphinx, and that Dr. Zahi Hawass has just published a small editorial on it. I'm going to have to refer to my notes because my memory is not that good. But basically, he starts off by saying about ARE and Edgar Cayce, and when he met Mark Lerner here on the Giza Plateau. I think it was probably back in the late 70s. And he talks about Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, and how he believed that the Atlanteans arrived here in Egypt and buried beneath the right paw mankind's secret knowledge of their technology and so forth, from where mankind came from, and it was buried in a box in what they termed as the Hall of Records beneath the right paw of the Sphinx. They also go on to say that they actually built, with the help of the Egyptians, the Great Pyramid and also the Sphinx as well. But it was kind of interesting in the editorial that Dr. Zahi Hawass has written, that he mentions that they built, here we go, I'll read for you. With the help of the Egyptians, the Atlanteans built the Great Pyramid and buried their box of technology inside a Hall of Records underneath the Sphinx's right paw. But he doesn't say that they actually built the Sphinx. He only says that they built the Great Pyramid, not the Sphinx itself. He then goes on to talk about the different excavations that both him and Mark Lerner carried out here by the Sphinx, over in the northeastern corner, if I remember rightly, if my memory serves me right. And from that excavation, they were able to determine that the age of the ground level of the Sphinx itself doesn't go back any further than the Old Kingdom, and that there are discernible levels in the strata that can be dated to the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, Roman, Christian, Coptic, Islamic, and modern day interference, as we can see here now. He couldn't find any evidence, with the help of Mark, in that early excavation, to determine that the Sphinx was any older than the Old Kingdom, and that they believed that they found the evidence, or that through that excavation they proved at that particular point that the Sphinx was no older than the pyramid of Charkas. Now, the second part which I want to go on and talk about is the Sphinx itself. Now, I wasn't actually aware about this. I was aware of some of them, but I wasn't actually aware that they'd actually been documented. But there you go. Shows you how naive I am in some respects. He talks of 4 secret tunnels actually in the Sphinx herself. One situated behind the Dream Stelline. One situated let me just check my notes here, located in the north part of the Sphinx, but that one is no longer accessible, and it was only discernible by photographs by Emile Barazai, who was a French engineer. The third tunnel is believed to be 27 meters long and was opened in 1837 with gunpowder by Howard Weiss, 1784 to 1853. He was a British soldier and an Egyptologist. Now, when Mark and Dr. Zawi Hawass entered that tunnel, he goes on to say that it was only 15 meters deep inside the Sphinx's body from the base of its tail. Now, the 4 tunnels that they talk about, they believe that they dated from around about 500 BC, when the Sphinx herself became quite popular and was given the name Horus in the Horizon, or Horun Mahket, and that was given in the New Kingdom. So it's kind of interesting to know that even though Dr. Zawi Hawass and Dr. Mark Lerner have done all this work, we've still got pyramid idiots that are coming around here with their conspiracy theories and so forth. And yet, one only has to look through the records, read the books, and one can find out that there are no mysteries. It's actually here and ready for us, and it's all already been done. As far as the water table, which is an interesting part, there have been 5 small holes at 20 meters deep, dug at various angles around the Sphinx itself, and they have concluded from those test holes that the water table is 5.5 meters from below the surface, and that it is clean water, so it's free of any sewage or toxic waste or anything chemical or anything else, which is a major problem here in Egypt. If Maria pans round, she'll show you the new excavation which was done by Dr. Mark Lerner in the field school back in April of this year. And again, you know, there are excavations ongoing here on the Giza Plateau, and especially here at the Sphinx. So, you know, it is, I suppose, it is kind of romantic to think about Edgar Cayce and his theory or his dream state, his meditations of what he talked about, the Atlantis and so forth. Who knows? Maybe one day we might find something. But at the moment, we go by fact, and the fact is that so far excavations that have been carried out haven't found any evidence to suggest a hall of records or a chamber hidden beneath the right paw, and the holes have been dug down. We do, however, have the 4 secret tunnels. We do have still the riddle of the 2 valley temples, which I refer to as the Osirans, as you know. And so hopefully in time we'll be able to bring you some more information. But I just wanted to bring you and talk to you about this new editorial that Zawi has brought out, because it's, I think it clears up a lot of myths. And well done to Dr. Zawi Hawass for doing it. Excellent. That's it. Cheers.